I love the BBC.
Welcome to another episode of Beyond Beats and Culture. I'm your host of Cultural Commentator, Chase the Dark Sage, here with my co-host.
T.
And we're back with another episode of Hip Hop Goodness. What's up, B?
You had it right last week, B. You hit me right.
I know, B. I don't know, B. It's like when the camera turns on, I see that everything's reverse. I want to go to reverse. I'm like, I can't do that. But welcome to the most consistent hip hop show on the platform. On the platform of YouTube and wherever you're listening to this itself. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if you have not already. That way you can show your boys support and love within the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you throw some comments down in the comment section. You comment some emojis. You can comment continuing the conversation, which is the best way to actually get some engagement, because that way we can actually explain more of our thoughts in the comment section. But in today's news docket, guys, if you can't tell, I just got off work. I'm out of there right now. We are going to be talking about a good amount of music that is going to be coming out soon. Gonna potentially having a new documentary. The 20th anniversary of the classic album Little Brother the Minstrel Show, and my story with that. We also got a few topics like, B, your favorite socialite, I guess I could call him that, Charlie Kirk. What happened?
Oh, my favorite? Oh, you wildin'.
Yeah. Clipse performing at the Vatican. B, your thoughts on the Young Thug interview itself. Quick hit of J. Cole versus Earl Sweatshirt. Might give it a little 1-2 about that. And Dave Blunt's even himself being tired of working with Kanye. But before we get into it, make sure you check out the description. Timestamps will be in the description down below in case you want to skip the certain sections of the show itself. That way you don't have to listen to every single thing that we got to talk about on the whole pod docket, even though we will appreciate that. Make sure you also look at the artist submission form as well and our social links down in the description down below. But B, how have you been since the last episode?
B, I've been good, man. I've been chilling but busy. Been a really eventful weekend. College football. We had the big fight last night. I know you probably didn't watch that. You don't be watching boxing. Amazing amazing fight from both of the fighters, but Terrence Crawford, better fighter. It just was, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Crawford went up in weight. I was a little skeptical, bro. I was like, I don't know if Crawford would be able to be moving as fast and be as consistent with his pace with that weight. But he moved up weight in his last fight, but this was like he went up to like 160 something. I know that still sounds small, but they are like, smaller fighters. But
weight classes and all that.
Yeah. So Canelo, you know what I'm saying? He pack a punch, bro. He comes with that power. But now Crawford fought a good fight the whole way through, bro. Great fight, man. I really enjoyed it. And I have one little tidbit to say about my Longhorns, B. Hey, hey, my nigga. I know you a Manning. But Archie, step it up, man. Step it up, bro. I know you not your uncle's son. You not your grandfather's son. You his grandson. My nigga, you are being a running back out there. We need more from you. Throw the ball. I don't know if you hurt or what. My Longhorns looked at disgusting. You was at battle. Like with that QB over there at UTEP, I can't think of his name right now. Bro, you made us look whack, bro. They booed my boy in the first half, bro. Archie, bro, you come back. This is supposed to be the filler games. You had San Jose last week. You threw a pick. You had UTEP this week. You threw a pick. Bro, these games, you supposed to put up 300 plus, 3 passing yards, maybe 1 rushing yard. Bro, come on, bro. I'm going to chill. I might be overreacting. Matter of fact, I am. I'm going to relax. Archie, but my nigga, step it up. Next game, I don't care how much money you make. I'm taking executive calls myself, B. I'm hitting up Sarkeesian, and I'm going to say, bro, I know we paying him, I don't know, 3 to what? Now I think he getting like 13 mil over there, the UIL deals.
I'll get in the field myself, B, if I could get that bread. Shoot.
Hey, he getting bread, B, but we might have to put that nigga on the bench. And I don't care about your last name. But you know what I'm saying? You better, man, boy.
Get him, B. Get him. Tell him.
That's all I got to say, man. Bro. Man, I was disgusted with his performance, B. We beat them 27, 10? It's supposed to have been a blowout, bro. Oh, my God, bro. Archie Manning, man, get your ish together, bro. How you been?
What, this football, right? You said this football?
Yeah, college
27.
Football.
How many points how many scores is that?
So you have a touchdown equals 6 points, and then you do a
Yeah,
field
then the
goal,
field
and
goal
then
is
a
1, right?
7. Yeah. It's 1, so that's 7. He was up like 3 touchdowns or whatever. So it's not
I
good,
was about to
B.
say, see,
Not
that
for a
don't
team
sound
like
like a
that.
lot over 4. I'm about to say that don't
No.
sound like over a
Over
4-quarter game.
No. And over a bad team. If you're like, I understand Ohio State. That was one of the best defense. That's one of the top teams. That's number 1 team in the freaking nation. Yes, I understand. But UTEP of all people, El Paso, Texas, the Miners, whatever they, I think they're the Miners. Come on, man, get up out of here. I was really disgusted. I said Eli. Archie, step it up, man. I'm telling you, bro, we will pack you out. We booed you first half, bro. We used to praise you because we was shitting on Quentin Ewers. But you doing this, bro? Us Texas Longhorn fans, we are not taking it. Archie, relax, man. I don't know if you hurt. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the hype getting to you, but you got to step it up, man. I'm sorry. I know this not a sports podcast, but I got to say what's on my mind, B. My thoughts.
Hey,
Get out.
beyond
Hey,
the
man.
culture, B.
It's beyond the culture. Yeah, that's right. It is. It's football culture too. You know what I'm saying? But how you been, B?
B, I have literally not been doing anything besides looking for a house to rent.
Mm-hmm.
That's a stressful thing in its own because you got to find out where you want to move. You got to find out what the area is like. You got to put a 60-day notice in if you're in the apartment. You got to think about all the moving expenses, but you also got to put on top of the wedding since we are changing the whole wedding thing.
Yeah.
So it's very stressful, B. It's very stressful, but I've been playing Cyberpunk still in my free time. I'm loving Night City, man. I still haven't gotten anywhere in the story itself. I just been doing side missions so I can level my character up. Because every time I do a story mission, I'm just gliding through that thing like water. I'm looking magnificent against them enemies. Them enemies cannot touch me the way I've been going through that main missions. I mean, through the main missions, because I've been going through the side missions. Besides that, in terms of life, just got a whole bunch of stressful things. But that's what you're gonna do when it comes to adulting, man. You're gonna have a lot of stresses. But you know what isn't stressful? Listening to this music, B. Let's go ahead and get into the news section of the show, B. Let's go ahead and talk about this news. Let me see. But we can start off with music releases and announcements. Sky Zoo, Views of a Lifetime EP 1224. He says he's releasing this on his birthday, B. How you feeling? This your boy.
Yeah, Light Sky Zoo music, checking out just a smaller EP. That's what, how many months away? Almost, well, that's 2-3 months away on my bucket. We're in
3.
September, so the 3 months away. That's, for an EP, Sky, come on, bro. You could drop that. You could drop that, man. You could drop that right now.
Did he
It's
just
about
drop
like
an album earlier this year?
Did Sky Zoo drop this year?
I remember
It went
you
last
talking about
year?
some album.
No,
I
I was
don't
listening to
know, B.
old Sky Zoo. I was listening to old Sky Zoo. I think I talked about this
Oh,
year.
I thought that was a new album this year. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he dropped a new album this year. No. I could be wrong, but I know he recently on old girl Shay Noir album like twice. He had a hook on one and he had a verse on one of the songs. But hey, I'm gonna check this out. Not too excited. It's Sky Zoo. I know it's gonna be a solid project and it's just the EP. So that means he's probably gearing up for dropping an album in 2026. So yeah.
All right. Mobb Deep, Infinite, October 10th. This is the album, the half posthumous album with Havoc and Alchemist, overwhelming the production. Obviously, with Prodigy, rest in peace to him, having some posthumous vocals or maybe vocals that they've worked on before. But they've released a single. I haven't heard it yet, but I know one of my coworkers was telling me that the verse from Prodigy is like a recycled verse. He forgot which project it's from, but it's a recycled Prodigy verse itself. But be you hyped for this? I'm personally not hyped because I'm not a big posthumous guy. So
yeah,
I mean, I get it. I like what Nas is doing with this whole thing, but I'm not a big posthumous guy.
See, I'm not as hyped as well, B. I didn't check out the single they dropped either. I think I'm gonna just wait till everything comes out with this project just to really get the full body of work because I know it's a posthumous. So you just never know what you're gonna get. And like you said, your coworker said it's a recycled verse, which I don't like hearing that. So we're gonna see, man. I'm not too excited to be honest with you. I'm gonna say this here. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm after all these releases, with the Mass Appeal, I like what they're doing over there, but it's been a little underwhelming.
It's a mid run.
Yeah, it's been underwhelming. It's been underwhelming.
What do they call it? The Mass Appeal Legends Has It run or something like that?
What you finna call it? The mid appeal?
I mean that would be a very good name for it. But there,
And
I mean, all these releases have been mid. It's just been showing that these rappers can still get active, but it's like nothing has been of classic territory. I'm not gonna lie, and I know I shouldn't compare it to something like this. I thought this was gonna be like the next Kanye 7-track album run type thing happening with
yeah,
these.
like what
I
Kanye
don't think
did.
I was going to be this, but this was very disappointing. And it's
My,
not bad projects. It's just mid. It's just mid on top of mid on top of mid.
yeah, it's like I feel like Raekwon did a few little interviews. Ghostface did. I feel like Ghostface kind of pushed this album a little more. He was kind of everywhere a little bit, but the album just didn't live up to it for especially that name. And also, I don't think Mass Appeal is doing a proper like marketing for this project for these projects as well. Like, yeah, they got the vinyl and stuff, but it's like I don't know, just missing something. I don't know. I've been feeling like a lot of like I don't know if it's the labels or the artists or some of the artists just lack of like pushing their music like to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw Chance the Rapper on Joe Budden podcast. I think that was last week, and he didn't sell much, but he's still trying to make this album live on and do more with the album. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't know. It just Raekwon. Where he at? I know they on tour, but like where he at? This album, nobody talk about it no more. No one talk about the Raekwon
Yeah, I
album
believe
no
they're
more.
supposed to be on like the last Wu-Tang tour because I remember
Yeah,
watching Ghostface video about having the last
Slick,
Wu-Tang tour.
Slick Rick album came and super went. And Ghostface album, I ain't seen nobody post a cover art for that since it dropped that weekend.
Yeah, I didn't see really anyone talking about it but the old heads. But I think the thing is with this is that Legends has it. I think they're really just going based off of namesake, and they're like, "Oh, my name should just hold weight in general." But if we look at the performance of these albums, it doesn't. You got to put your name out here. You're kind of having to reintroduce yourself to a whole new generation. While you guys are legends through many means of hip hop, and you guys have laid a lot of foundation for the things in hip hop, you still have to reintroduce yourself in some case to be like, oh, to these young kids that don't listen to me, I got to kind of like bring myself out here, which
Right.
I don't know. It's been kind of underwhelming. Like I said, I had high hopes for this whole run. So far, it's just been disappointment after disappointment. I haven't found myself going back to any of these songs and or projects itself. But B, I know this is like something that you was loving on the timeline. I even saw that you posted and you retweeted this. This Tia Carinian 1010. This one's coming out, guys. 1010. I saw you saw the video B. You was like, ooh, yes, this single, the song of the summer. Even though summer
Nah,
passed, you was like, song of the
nah.
summer.
You know what I said. This is ass. You know what I'm saying? Tia Kareem had, I remember her before the whole Freaky T movement, she was popping off on like, I think it was like elevator music. Like she was putting out videos and stuff like that. I was like, all right, whatever. Blazing chick. But I just don't get it with her. The song with her and Jid just like it's something about Jid, right? And this is like Jid supposed to be this guy that's supposed to be on top of the world. And I know this sounds like super crazy, right? But why are you collaborating with Tia Kareem? And I'm not saying it like don't show love to like artists that's up and coming, but it's like and sometimes you just gotta understand who to give your verses to at a time. Like who do you want? It's like marketing. It's like with Kendrick. Like it's like some people get on like get upset with like Kendrick. It's like, oh, he's not collaborating with these people, blah 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 blah. But like sometimes it's all about how you market yourself and who you want to be cling to. Or like just be around at that moment. Tia Korean, like, get up out of here, bro. Like, I'm not rocking with her,
This
B. I'm
actually
sorry. Huh?
this collab kind of makes sense to me though,
I never said it didn't
because
make sense.
the
No, it can make
yeah,
sense, but I'm saying you on this
uh-huh,
run of like I put an album out. We need
uh-huh.
you to be in rooms where we can get more eyes on Jid. Nobody cares about Tia Kareem, bro. Get her out of here. She's not that dope to me. It doesn't fit like what's going on with Jid right now with putting out the album. Now, are we just moving past the freaking God Loves Ugly, and we just hop into the Metro project? You over here collaborating with Tia Kareem and you putting out this, doing a video and all this stuff with her. We need to see you continue to work this album. What are we doing
Well,
here?
didn't he just recently put out the music video for Community with Clipse? I could be wrong on that.
B, I don't know.
Even though Clipse stole the show on that, I think Clipse
Bro.
stole. Yeah, I think they recently put out the music video for that.
Yeah, I
So
I'm just
maybe.
saying.
Mm,
I don't
either
know.
way, you're
That
not a
just
big fan of her, so
that
I
yeah,
understand.
but that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I'm sorry. These is my thoughts, bro. Shout out to Rob Markman, bro. Like I say, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
These are just my thoughts, man. This is how I feel about it. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm hating right now. But like why
Hey,
you
you are, but it's ethical hate though.
Man, get up out of here, bro.
I
Jid,
get it.
work your album. Work your album, bro.
Facts. Facts. But B, this is something that I'm pretty sure you are hyped for. Arm and Hammer and the Alchemist, Mercy, coming out November 11th. I mean, November 7th. Jesus, how you feel
I'm
about that?
actually not hyped for this shit at all. I'm just not. I'm over the same. Oh, we got Arm and Hammer now. They with Alchemist. Like we saw this already. We been there. We done that. Like yeah, it's probably gonna be a dope album. I might enjoy it, but I'm not excited. I'm like I'm completely over a lot of this hip hop shit, B. And I'm being on here and I'm being
Mm,
honest. Like it's the
mm,
same stuff. Show me something different, man. Like I
mm,
know what I'm about to get from this, B. Say you don't know what you finna get.
mm,
We know what we about to get.
mm-hmm.
I'm fed up, B. I'm
So we just about
sorry.
to get Haram 2. We getting Haram 2, B, is what you telling me? Haram 2 with a
Maybe,
different album cover, B?
maybe, bro. And I love Billy Woods. I love Elucid. I like Alchemist, but it's like, all right, man.
Man, I'm tired of this Alchemist production. Give me some heat. Wait, Alchemist is kind of running himself thin because this is 2 projects in here that he's working on with the Mob Deep and the
B.
Mercy.
He
So
he has freaking the most Def joint supposed to come out. The Erica stuff that's supposed to come out this year.
mhm.
It's man, come on, man. Him and
The
Bodie
Freddie
supposed
one,
to be
the big
dropping.
one.
Yeah, the Freddie that came out, and him and Bodie supposed to drop something. Man, I'm just like, it is what it is. I'm no more. I'm not excited.
He's wearing himself thin. I understand. But
Yep.
B, I know you love this album cover art, and you was like, I gotta talk about this in the show. Jeezy and Drama, Still Snowing. B, that's coming out this month at the end of it, 9/28. How you feeling about this, B?
Man, I think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a like a, you know, bringing these 2 guys together. They have Gangsta Grill mixtapes in the past that we love. You know what I'm saying? Bringing Drama and Jeezy together. It's Still Snowing. Jeezy been on like the tour doing this whole like black suit tie event, coming to the show. We gonna be all cooling. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga, right? You know how unks do. You know what I'm saying? This unk just screenshotted it and just put it on Twitter, bro, which is so hilarious. B pointed that out to me. I didn't even notice that. I was just looking at the cover art. I was like, this cover art is
Yeah,
horrible. Like the screenshot
it
was
is. It's
already
great.
bad, but the cover art was so bad that that's all I paid attention to. Bro, it's so bad. But B, I know you a DJ Drama. You a drama night or whatever you could call one of them dudes. I don't know.
Mhm.
I just made up
I'm
something.
I'm
No,
not
but I'm
hyped for
saying
this,
you.
B, because they already came out with a mixtape before, like a few
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah,
Like it's definitely different if they haven't came out with a mixtape since like Trap or Die.
yeah, yeah.
But they already came out with a mixtape. Let me look at the name of it. I forgot the name of it. But I remember listening to it and I'm like, this was underwhelming. I'm like, but I feel like Jeezy, to me, there's nothing that Jeezy could do for me since the album Seen It All. I think that's the name of it. Seen It All. After that, I'm not trying to hear anything from Jeezy. What was that
Yeah.
project called? Snowfall. That was the name of the album,
Mhm.
2022. They already did something together. I don't need more.
I think it's probably the timing for them right now would be better because 2022 Jeezy wasn't, right now Jeezy got eyes on him. Jeezy on tour. People are speaking about Jeezy right now. And Drama, he been popping up on people albums. Drama's already a legendary DJ. I think right now would be a good time for them to drop something because it's eyes on them. So
I
you
agree.
bringing up that in 2022, like I forgot all about that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like right
Mhm.
now it's a good time for them. So, like you said, I'm not excited. You're not excited, but I kind of understand it. Hopefully, it's their last effort. Oh, excuse me, because the last
I
one
hope so as well.
wasn't nothing. And
Because it looks like
also,
they put no effort to that cover art.
facts, nothing. That art is horrible. I hope it's just promo and they work out
Sadly, it's
something
not.
before. You say it's not B. This is gonna be on our
I feel
DSPs.
like it's not. I feel like this is B.
I will not add this to my library. This should be something I go to Jeezy, I go to the artist page, and I just listen from there. I will not add this to my library. I do not like bad cover art. Like, bro, I swear. No way. It's disgusting.
Mm, okay, but B, let's know what's dropping this week, B.
Oh man. We got the thugger himself. He's been in everybody's ears, eyes, everybody watching the interviews, all in his personal
Whoop-de-doo.
business. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Hey, they've been all in his personal life right now, B. So this is the perfect time for Young Thug to drop. We thought it was the perfect time for him to drop earlier when he got out, but now, B,
Mhm.
Young Thug is all everybody talking about right now. So he's dropping what is called Scuti. What is this?
Ooey or
Ooey,
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 ooey. I don't know.
Scuti.
Or
Ooey,
Scuddy.
Scuti.
I don't
Ooey, Scuti, or whatever it's called. But I don't know
know.
if is that an acronym for anything or what?
I have no idea.
Hey, this finna be probably one of the biggest besides him and Cardi, which is my transition. That's gonna drop
Mhm.
this weekend. So we also got Cardi B, Am I the Drama? Is she the drama bee?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? She was in
Yes.
court. She has her
Mhm.
not affairs, but her divorce. She got all this stuff
Mhm.
surrounding her, all this drama. So is this something you're gonna be
Mhm.
listening to, B? Because I know y'all. I remember on the old pod, back in the day, the buried pod. You talked about her
Mhm.
first album. What's called some
Did I talk
privacy
about her
evasion.
first problem?
Evasion. Yeah, yeah. You and Jorge. Y'all talked about the evasion of privacy. I remember y'all talked about the
Uh,
album.
well, I remember I re-listened to the album last year too. So, I have my thoughts on it. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead check out the video. It's on the YouTube page itself. But am I hyped for this? No, I think the time has passed already. There's too much expectation, and no one's going to be happy for this. Is there going to be some jams on there? Yes, of course. She is putting 3 to 4-year-old songs on this album.
Mm.
So they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. We got to add this to the album to add to the sales. We got to do all the type of stuff, all these tricks and gimmicks. She also put the vinyl out, the pre-order vinyl for Her Face at Core on the CD covers and all that type
CDs,
of
yeah.
stuff. She's scraping the bottom of the barrel. She's trying to get up all the hype. She's trying to muster up everything. She's trying to get everybody on her good side because when this album drops, she was going to be crapped on. People are going to have the biggest think pieces of we shouldn't be so hard on women in hip hop. You gotta think she's a trailblazer. It shouldn't matter how good the music is as long as she's here to make it. I'm like, okay, dog, like, all right. But this album here, it's going to be like the ending of One Piece. It's not going to satisfy anybody. It's been way too long. It's been overdrawn. It's been dragged. I'm sorry, Cardi. Your debut album was cool. Do I think it should have won the Grammy over Victory Lap or Astro World? No, but it was cool. But yeah.
What you think about her marketing? Be her being out in the streets trying to sell her album and giving people buy my album. Do you like that aggressive, that humbleness, being like I'm selling my CDs out the trunk type of feel? Even though she has like I don't know how much money back in Cardi. What do you think about that, B? Is that just great marketing or what?
It's just social media marketing because she's not really out there on the streets doing that. As soon as they get done recording it, okay, let's
She
wrap it
hop
up. Let's get back into the cool
she,
AC guys. Come on, let's
she,
go.
she hop in that double R and dip out, huh, B?
Yeah, B. She's not. She don't have to do anything out the trunk. She don't. She's never had to. You transition from loving hip hop to a megastar, especially as a female rapper. You don't
But
have to do that. You
but one
literally
thing,
announced your album, and
hmm,
all the blog pages was posting about it. All of
it,
them.
but it's this one thing. Like I know you brought up the Love and Hip Hop thing, but a lot of us known Cardi B from the social media before she was on Love and Hip Hop. We known her being a stripper or whatever, like this on Instagram. So the relatability with the Cardi B is one thing I think that still sells people because Cardi, her being as big of a star she is, how much money she got behind her, like she still can get on spaces, start it herself, and rank on people and just go off on
Mhm,
anybody in the industry she want to. She still
mhm,
has that everyday girl type of feel. You know what I mean? When it comes to her
mhm.
personality wise. Yes, she has some of the clothes. She has all other things essentially that an everyday girl don't have, but she still has that humbleness behind her. You know what I'm saying? So I
She
think
seems
that kind of
accessible.
sells it.
That's the thing.
She's still attainable. You know what I'm
And,
saying? I
and
got you.
what's the word? Relatable, accessible,
Relatable.
and relatable.
Yeah. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, man. So shout out Cardi B, Am I the Drama? That will be in y'all DSPs over the weekend. And now we got your favorite toxic
Mm,
non-singing singer, Brent Fayez,
mm,
Icon is dropping.
mm,
I feel like I have heard nothing about this album. I haven't seen Brent Fayez anywhere. I don't know where he's at. I don't even think this album's coming out because I haven't seen him nowhere. Have he even posted
mhm.
about it again since he talked about it like a few months ago
Well, remember
coming
he
out?
released some 2 singles, Peter Pan, Tony Soprano.
Man,
But he really hasn't been going and working it
bro,
because at one point, Brent Fayez, he was
he was
hotter than fish grease. B.
B. You know what you said, bro? You said remember. I, he released those 2 singles. Like I don't remember. Let me look real quick. Tony Soprano single. Yeah, B. I didn't look at this at all. And I'm you know what I mean? I think I'm the catalyst of why y'all have Brent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I boosted this
Oh, you
guy up
are.
on.
You are the catalyst. Okay,
So
keep going, please,
I
please
have a
enlighten me.
past on SoundCloud where I like, I did a few mixes. They got a few 100,000 plays. Brent Fire ass is in
Mm.
those. You know what I'm saying? Bro, before you was Brent, yeah, I was letting people know you couldn't sing, but you had a vibe to you. But to be honest, B, for the last couple years, I just haven't really been feeling dude's music. Like, I just don't go to it. Like, I skim around his projects. I never fully finished Wasteland. Larger Than Life, I know tracks off that, but other than that, man, Brent Fayez, I think he's probably going, he's gonna phase out. We're gonna see what this we're telling by, I don't know if he's even trying to put any energy behind this album. I don't even know why we should talk about it, because he's not talking about it. So yeah, let's move on. We have YFN Lucci. B, do you find it a coinkydink that Thugger dropped his album with Lucci dropping his? But no, B. You didn't watch the interview, right?
I
Thug's
know that
like,
they're
come on,
beefing
man.
or something like that.
Yeah, Thug like, I ain't worried about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I ain't do it. I ain't over that. He tried to drop his other album when Gunna dropped back in 3 years ago or whatever, when Gunna dropped his first album after getting
When
out of
business is
jail.
business.
He was like, yeah, I was mad. Nigga, you still mad. Because now you trying to drop on YFN Lucci's already a legend. You know what I'm saying? So this is something I'm not listening to. I'm not a
Which he's not.
yeah. I'm not. Are you going to listen to this? Because I'm not a YFN Lucci guy.
This is literally and purely coon tunes. No, I will not be engaging into this fine coonery right here. I will not. No.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think that's funny. So Young Thug, YFN Lucci. We're gonna see who's gonna outsell each other. Who's gonna have the hardest album?
Let's not do this. Let's not do
All
this.
right. I'm sorry. So next album we got Joel Ortiz, Love, Peace, and Trauma. I'm not checking this out. I'm just showing love to Joel.
Right.
Maybe some people want to listen to it. The next album we got Atmosphere, Gestures. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with Atmosphere. That is Slug and Ant, producer, rapper, combo, underground legends out of Minnesota. I might check this out. I kind of haven't been really listening to their music like that since Slug messed over my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, I'm ripping for the fam. Y'all told me not to rock with him. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? We gonna stand on it. You know what I mean? But nah. But nah, shout out Atmosphere, Gestures. But then we got Willie the Kid in Soap. What's his name? Let me see.
Soup, maybe.
Let's see. Yeah, it's Soup. Yeah, Soup. Fly in the Soup. I think this is gonna be a little short album. Let me see. Say 12 tracks. So I'm gonna check this out. I like Willie the Kid, but I'm not familiar with Soup. I don't know if he's a producer or is he's a rapper. I do not know, but I will find out this Friday. Then my last and final, you know what I'm saying? This is something I am excited about, B. So I left it for last. It's I'm actually gonna get on the site. What is on Even? What it's called? I'll find the link and I'll buy it.
Even.biz. It's the app.
If I buy it, B, I'll send you that link. You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Thank you.
We got Mick Jenkins and Email, A Murder of Crows. So this is something I'm excited for. Mick Jenkins just had a dope freestyle on what was that? I forgot the name of it right now.
The
I'm
LA
blanking.
Leakers.
LA Leakers. Like Mick Jenkins, bro. I've been a fan since like 2013, 2014. I think it's 2013. But nah, man. Shout out to Mick. I like what he's doing. He's always keep it a buck when it comes to the rapping, bro. He keep it about the music. So yeah, B, that's all I got that's releasing this week. So, tell us what's going on in the current events, B. I know we got a few things on here. One thing I could talk about because I put it in there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gunna has a documentary coming out, B. Are you excited to check this out? What we doing? I also don't think we know if this is getting shopped or I think it's still getting shopped around. But there was a private screening of it in NYC.
This give me Amazon Prime vibes. I can see this being on Amazon Prime. I'm not excited, but I will listen to it. Probably we might get his perspective on his thoughts and his point of view of being locked up for few months. I don't think he got not a few. I don't even think he was like in there for a year, but you know, I think it's just gonna get his perspective, man. He might gonna talk about Young Thug, the YSL, the Case, probably Lil Baby, and all these type of people. You know, they're gonna start off from his childhood and blah blah blah, and then they're gonna go into his situation, and at the end they're gonna show how he lost weight and he does his 4K
Yeah.
runs and blah
This is
blah
just a
blah.
controversy documentary and not an actual
Yeah,
artist documentary, which I hate
yeah,
those.
yeah,
I honestly like really hate it when they do a documentary of telling of recent events rather than oh, this is the lifetime of so and so. I hate to say it like this. This is the reason why Vlad's exist, because we need
yeah.
someone to document the up and come like the journeys of what happened. Because if y'all are
Mhm.
not going to do it in documentary form, we need interviewers to do it at least. I know a lot of
Yeah,
people hate talking about Vlad, but that's one thing that he does contribute to the culture. He is part of the culture. That's one of the good things that he really does do is document the come up, document what has happened, the life story of said artist. So yeah.
yeah. But yeah, yeah, I didn't really have much else to say about that one, B. But
Yeah, me neither. But you know who has something to say about somebody else?
who
Dave
B?
Blunt's. Kanye. He's tired of him, B. He's tired of working with him. He doesn't want to work on him. He doesn't think that they're going down the same path. He just had to split with Kanye. He doesn't fit. He doesn't think that Kanye is fitting the was whether it be musical path or that Kanye is very lost. Like Zorro, my One Piece fans will get that. But he told Ye that he needs to please find God.
Yeah, I think it's really comes from like we haven't heard much from Kanye. You know, he released the cryptocurrency that failed, and you know he kind of trying to take back some of the like anti-Semitic things he said, kind of changing the lyrics to one of his songs. We don't know really like where his mind space is right now, where his head is at. But like with Dave Blunt's probably on a different journey right now. You know what I'm saying? He had to get all his venomous energy out on 50 Cent. And you know, now we see that he has a girlfriend. You know what I mean? He's probably trying to lose weight. I've been seeing him standing up. You know, props to him. You know, I don't,
That's
you see
crazy when
somebody
you gotta congratulate somebody
hey,
on
salute.
you congratulate
What?
someone.
He been standing up, B. So I guess he's on a different path. He's now walking a
Yeah, I
different
guess you can say he's
direction.
standing for something now.
He's standing for something, B. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what oh man, now I ain't gonna quote. But yeah, man. I feel you, Dave. You know what I'm saying? You straight up told him. Hey, Kanye goes is like, okay, what do you know the line with? Kanye wanna know. And he says, yo, you need to find God, and just left him there. No
hmm
explanation, bro. Just find God. Like you're lost or whatever. That's what he said.
Yeah,
He said you're lost, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he
He
just said you're
said
lost.
you are very lost.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Please
go ahead
find
and let me know
God.
what's happening with this Spotify being evil. B. What's up with this
Uh, uh,
terms and service agreement update?
okay, I put the whole thing about this is it's a lot of misinformation going around because I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of us love the clickbaity. We like the fearmonger. Yes, Spotify is an evil company. A lot of these companies are, especially with AI. So a lot of stuff that was going on was it was a lot of people saying that Spotify is now for to use artists' music as AI like examples. Like, yo, they're gonna use your music for AI. So once you sign, you sign this new agreement or whatever. But this guy right here, him and a lawyer actually kind of deep dived. I don't know if you watched the video, but I'm gonna sum it up for you. He pretty much said it's kind of it's not even kind of it's at the users. It's a user thing. So it's like it's kind of when it comes to playlisting, it's kind of monitoring what we do, you know what I'm saying, as the
Mhm.
users, not the artists. But this doesn't mean that you shouldn't get your lawyers and talk to your labels and really get down to what Spotify is doing. But a lot of people misread some of this stuff. In this video, he was just saying that. I just wanted to put out on this platform that no, Spotify is not using artists' music. They not Sonos because them people are in court right now for using other people's music to do and training it with AI. You know what I'm saying? So Spotify being the biggest company it is, not saying they won't do nothing stupid like this, but I don't think they're that dumb to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because look at all the other companies. But I just want to put that on the platform like, yo, we're not going to be out here spreading misinformation. I did a little bit of research myself and I stumbled across this video that kind of like summed it up better. So I didn't know if you wanted to watch it or not. But anyways, that's it, B. That's the gist of it all.
Oh, B. Besides that happening,
What's up, man?
because I really have no thoughts about it, but I do have to
Yeah.
ask you one question, though, B.
What is it, man?
What have you been jamming since the last episode, B? What have you been jamming?
B, completely nothing, man. Like I've been I ain't been doing nothing, no music. And I love to talk about the music, but I really didn't listen to much music. But I could talk about an album. I listened to Dirty Harry 2 by El Cousteau. If nobody's familiar with this man, he hails from the DMV area. He collabed with Mike, Neonte, Earl Sweatshirt. And he actually has Neonte and Earl on this project. And I really enjoyed this project. 28 minutes. He has ASAP Rocky on here as well. Production. I feel like the feel that El Cousteau tried to present in his music, he really did it so well in this project. I love the bouncy production. I love his, he goes into this, like he'll go into a darker voice and go up into his lighter voice and he raps. He's so animated. I don't know, it's just more like vibes and feels, to be honest with you. He's just all about the vibe, you know what I mean? But he also talks about things about, some of the people he's been around, like some of the things he's seen growing up. You know what I mean? He talk a little bit about women, you know what I mean? He's really, I like this guy as a rapper, man. He's really fun. There's nothing that you're going to go in here and take too seriously. But the production on this project was really done well to me, man. The song Rose Avenue with him and Deontay, probably my favorite track on the project. I need more time with this B, because this is one of those projects that's like the fun project for me. Because we need to continue having fun music in hip hop and music all around. And it was 28 minutes. So it's like this wasn't a chore. Get you in and out. Yeah, that's what I listened to. Another thing that I listened to, I did a re-listen. I re-listened to 444 by Jay-Z. And I actually re-listened to it last week and then this week as well. And I have my thoughts. I have a little bit of thoughts on Jay-Z 444. The album is not as good as I remembered it to be. I don't know, something about the production just don't hit for me. I love No ID on some of the stuff, but it's like some not hitting for me. Some of the rhymes, I don't know, it's just like people was like, oh yeah, Hov was just rapping on it. I'm like, not really. I don't know. It's just some like I was just like, am I tripping? Like I re-listened to Story of OJ. I'm like, I used to like this song more. And I'm like, nah, man. And because I saw
Pusha
people
T
saying
made
like,
that his song.
yeah, because a lot of people just saying like, yo, this is a classic or whatever. This is, I'm like, it's 444 a classic? And I just wanted to sit and listen to it. I think it's overall still a good album, but I still have my grievances with it. Like some of the subject matter from Hov, some of the stuff he says, it just doesn't age well to me. Like I said before on the last show, what's better than what do you say? What's better than one billionaire? Two, especially from the same hue as you. All those capitalistic raps. You know what he said? Why would I drink Beverly with Puff got Ciroc? But it's just some stuff. It's just like,
Jay-Z is
yeah,
hilarious.
it's just some stuff on there. Some songs. What's that one with Frank Ocean? Give me that. I talked the Prince eye to eye. He told me his
I
wishes
don't
before
remember.
he
I know
died.
what song you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it though. Because remember, I did my whole Jay-Z re-listen discography
Yeah,
listen last year.
I cannot think of the name of the song. But it was just some
Yeah.
songs in there. I was just like, I don't know if I like this no more. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's the point of like we got to stop calling albums classic so soon. Sometimes you gotta look back and like let's see if these things marinate and took time. You know what I'm saying? I had that conversation with the guy Troy on Twitter. I don't know if you saw that this weekend.
Oh,
He
because
said
Gen X is classic.
he said Gen X an instant classic. I'm like, bro, that's instant classic is like it's an oxymoron. How could something be an instant classic when classic represents a time? Like it came out. How was instant? Like, come on, bro. Let these things marinate, right? You know what I'm saying? But what else I listened to, B, before I can move on? Let me look real quick. But boom, 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 boom. Nothing, bro. Oh, I listened to Reggie's. I remember I don't know what pod that episode was, but I was like, Reggie, where are you? We need you, Reggie. Where are you, Reggie? But my prayer's been answered, B. Reggie dropped his first song. He's been on the hiatus for like 3 years. He dropped a song called Congratulations. He dropped a video too. It's a little snippet of a song, not too long, 1 minute and 55 seconds. But I love every minute and second of it. B. Oh my God, Reggie, where have you been, bro? You know how to just like, bro. It's just something about the vibe Reggie he represents, bro, and he brings that emotion into it, and that voice, his vocally is just the warmth in his music, and I just love like his visuals. The imagery of like all his stuff, it just fits so well with like what he represents and like what he's. And also, bro, he's a Texas boy, he's a Houston boy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you from the area, bro. It's just dope music.
Mm.
Reggie Hams, man, keep doing your thing. But nah, B, that's all I got. What you got, B?
No, man. I got too much, B. I think I got too much. I'm gonna go
I
over
ain't got
some of the
much.
re-listens I did. I re-listened to some Sexy Songs for You by Drake and Party Next Door. Still love this album. The only parts I do not like is when it's not some sexy songs. I do not care. And I actually didn't care for Nokia on this project either. I mean, I didn't care for it to begin with. And when it comes to like Drake doing the Brian Still, them songs, I'm like, I don't care for this. Like I want this to be a vibe. I wish this was more of a curated vibe, B, but I know that Drake has to play the game. He has to give people some responses of like what it's been like since the beef happened after this. But I love this album. Like when it comes to the party and Drake, the actual sexy song parts, the only song I don't like is the Meet Your Padre song. I'm just like, get that ish out of here. But because we are talking about Little Brother today, I re-listened to the listening, which I mean, I listen to a good amount of Little Brother stuff in general, but I re-listened to the listening. Phenomenal album. I re-listened to
Classic.
Separate But Equal. Phenomenal mixtape. I mean, like, what am I like? I need to find a DJ Drama version so I can hear like how he rewinds his little shout outs and stuff. I really want to re-listen to that. Also, re-listen to So Far Gone as well. Phenomenal mixtape. But some of the new stuff that I listened to, Rhapsody and Madlib finally put their little 2-pack EP out, Mad Raps.
B, what I say? I talked about it a few weeks ago, didn't I?
B, you did. B, we need an album.
We need the album, B.
We need an album. Rhapsody's on here rapping. And this is the one time when AI is put to good use because she was like, I'm gonna put some AI on my voice to make it sound like a man. But it's still Rhapsody rapping. Rhapsody is rapping. She came to rap B, and Madlib came to produce.
Another thing about it was so dope. I forgot the one song, was it Daddy Girl? It was mad raps. Like you felt like she was angry or something, like she was mad. And I was like, oh, that's so dope. I like this whole theme. So yeah, keep going, B, my bad.
And I like the fact that she was talking her ish, talking about, yeah, she got that Grammy. Where am I going to put that Grammy at? You know, oh, they're not going to pay attention unless I say the P word. And a lot of you Negroes is P words. I'm like, oh my gosh, Rhapsody, who made you mad? But yeah, Rhapsody, Madlib, they both did their thing. I wish the album was named Mad Raps because obviously that's both a combination of both of their names. So
they will. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's most definitely. I believe that.
Yeah, so that needs to be the album name, but I guess that might be the album, the group name, because you know how we got Mad Gibbs and all that, or Maclib, you know, stuff like that. But in terms of like newer stuff that I listen to, I listened to this new R&B project by Elmine. I don't know how to say his name. Heat the Streets. I seen that he had a really bubbling it's the people that do the For the Shooters. He had a really good performance on there, and I was like,
on the
let
block?
me check out his album. Yeah, On the Block. I seen that. I'm like, let me check out the album. I checked it out today. He gives me a mix of like D'Angelo with some of the slower neo soulish type songs, but more so Donnell Jones and Neo. So D'Angelo, sometimes when he's in his neo soul like tiptoe bag, but he mostly reminds me, especially when it comes to production wise, like I said, Donnell Jones and Neo. But honestly, this is an R&B project that I needed. It had that 90s/2000s R&B vibe that I really do like. He is a pretty cool singer. Like, it's not like he's really trying to blow you away with his singing vocally, but he does a lot more than what a lot of acts could do nowadays itself, which is kind of saying a lot because a lot of male R&B acts and some female really can't sing like that. But honestly, I enjoyed every single song off this project right here.
I didn't get to finish the album, but I'm a fan of his. I found him last year, bro. Like he's dope. He dope. No, he's dope. I just wish I finished the album. It's a short album. I think I got down to like Miss High
it's
July.
like 24, 28 minutes.
You know, he's from London, bro. He's from London, B.
Yeah, I think I heard him say something like that on the album. I'm like, wait, is he not from here? I'm like, God dang, what did I tell you? B, what did I tell you?
Oh, B, I know. I've been doing that. Bro, they appreciate the art. They be doing their thing. They be going, B.
That's why they better at it, God dang it.
I'm telling you. It ain't know how to disguise that accent when they sing.
That's what I'm saying.
Do not bring up that girl group. Don't bring up no flow, bro.
LMA flow.
You gotta bring up Salt. You know what I'm saying? You like Salt, right?
I don't think I know who that is.
Cleo Soul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She dope, bro. She from over there too, across the pond.
I'm just saying, Americans, we got to step our game up. They coming for us. They coming for that title. They represent R&B harder than we are. But other new releases I listened to, Jermain Dupri's Magic City. This is supposed to be a soundtrack or like, a coinciding album with the actual documentary or docu-series that he has coming out. And this is obviously kind of like a timepiece type project, kind of similar to the Metros one, where it's kind of like a very regional sounding album, but obviously it's supposed to be fitting the vibe of Magic City, one of the biggest strip clubs, and how the strip club was so important to Atlanta's culture musically and just culture in general. The songs on here, I generally enjoyed it. I was forced to listen to a K-Camp and YFN Lucci song, so I was like, okay. But overall, the song with Killer Mike and Jagged Edge, Married to the Game, oh yeah, that might be the best song on here. T.I. even makes some guest features on here, which him and Young Dro, it's like Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan together. What's wrong, B?
Bro, they just caught the pass, bro. Malik Neighbors, bro. Oh my God. He just caught that. Cowboys. You suck. You suck, Cowboys. I love to see it. Shout out Russell Wilson, B. My bad, B. I was like,
no, it's good, B. Look, I said the Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan thing. I'm thinking I'm making the wrong reference, B. When you did that.
No, I just saw crazy. I'm sorry, B. I interrupted you.
No, you good, B. You good, B. This is why they come to us for the raw reactions, B. Listen to that. Listen to Four-Bat's new album, Still Shining, and
B. I listened to the first 3
like
tracks.
this more than his initial project. Okay. B, go ahead.
No.
One of these was actually a single.
I only listened to the first 3 tracks. I was like, okay, I'm riding with. I was like, let me listen to this little brother. Let me just get back to my stuff. But now, your thoughts, B. I don't have much to say.
No, B. What were your opinions on the 3 tracks though?
The 3 tracks, bro, I was not feeling. I didn't like them. Not the first 3, not in my opinion. I just felt like I don't know. It's just like he can't sing for one. He's doing his little thing, but it's like, let me stop. B, I'm gonna listen to the whole album before I say this. I don't want to be too mean. Say your thoughts, B. I'm gonna next week I'll come and say my thoughts.
I'm gonna say my quick thoughts, and we could really come together and convene and really talk about this album for next week because I only gave it one listen.
Yeah.
But Four-Bats is a Dallas native. He does have some Dallas samples in here, some songs that were big in the city at the time when I was like in middle school. He has some samples in here. He also has some interpolations in here as well. But besides that, B, echoing a good amount of your sentiments, he can't sing, obviously. He's not a strong songwriter either. He caught a lick off of that one song where he kind of like, did the little, bait and switch where it's like, oh, you see the thugs with that. Do you hear the light voice? But when it comes to every song he has a feature on, the feature outdoes him. OG Ron C makes multiple appearances through this project as well. I think this project will sound a lot better when it's chopped and screwed as well. OG Ron C is hailing him as the next legend from Texas, and I'm like, I'm not agreeing with that all the way. He does his things, but none of these songs are too memorable. And I remember when I heard the Leon Thomas song when it first came out, I'm like, this sounds like a Leon Thomas song. And then Leon Thomas was on. I'm like, oh, that's why. Like I'm saying, every time there's a feature on any of these songs, they show out compared to him. Even Flo was on here. And then the worst part is you can't get other R&B artists that actually sing and you don't sing. That's the problem, right there.
Right.
That's a very big problem right there because they can actually sing. You can't. So they're outshining you easily on your own song. Well, this is an R&B project.
Do you think that he's continuing to follow the formula of the songs that kind of got him on, that it's kind of hurting him a bit? What you think? Because I feel like a lot of songs can sound similar.
A lot of songs do sound very similar, very formulaic. It sounds like a lot of the singles that he was also putting out as well. Because one of his singles played like after this that I listened to before, and I thought it was another track in the album, but no, it was just one of his singles that played on the autoplay or whatever. So to me, there wasn't a really definitive like ending to this album itself. Like I said, I've only heard this like once through. But nothing really grabbed me. But I will say that this is better than his last project. It felt a bit more fully conceptualized. But I got to give it more listens because I don't think his songwriting is really there like that either.
Do you think he has showed any growth? Like, yeah, the last one was an EP, and now he has, longer time to like actually flesh out, I guess, songs and have more songs. But do you feel like you see any growth and any more potential in him?
Sonic growth wise, I can't tell because I can't tell. Some of these songs might be played locally here because he is from Dallas. So, we live in Dallas. You might hear some of these songs on the radio just because they want to support locally. But my thing is, I feel like there is growth because there are some songs sonically that he doesn't like necessarily go into in either of his singles or some of the tracks that he had from his previous project. It kind of felt a bit weekend pop-ish to me, but it obviously wasn't nearly as good. I don't want to say too much because, like I said, I only did one listen and I was listening while I was working, so I wasn't able to really lock in on this. But nothing like really grabbed me to where I was like, ooh. But this is like vibe music. This is like vibe R&B music where it's not vocally there. It's not neo soul where it's like that type of vibe, but it's like vibe like R&B. Like I mean Brent Faiyaz type R&B vibes. Like, they can't sing, but I'm not trying to compare him to Brent Faiyaz. I think Brent Faiyaz is a stronger songwriter, obviously, than Four Bad.
But he's from the tree. He's
but
from
this
the
is
Brent
coming
Faiyaz
from that
tree.
tree. Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree. But yeah, that's all I want to say about Four Bad Still Shining. I feel like we gave him constructive criticism on his last project. This project is better, but I think there's still more to be desired. But I did like this project more than his previous project itself. And lastly, listen to the Ice Cube Man Up. 41 minutes, 14 songs. This feels like DLC to the last project, except this is in a more darker like tone atmosphere than his last project itself. There was like 4, maybe 5 songs I liked on here. Ice Cube is in his red pill bag as usual, like he is. But there isn't as many fun tracks on here like in the last project. The last project, I found myself bopping to a lot of those because there was at least a good amount of funness to it. Like, get out my igloo. There's songs on here where he's talking about don't get with a girl with a crazy mouth. She got a ratchet A mouth. I'm just like, aye, dog. he's that. Ice Cube gives you those raps like if you have no type of male role model in your life, this is just these type of raps right here. Because I'm like, I don't need to hear Ice Cube of all people telling me this. That girl jets so hard with that BBL, she's gonna make it bust. Something like that. I'm just like, aye, dog. Like, what am I listening to?
I'm like, niggas get old and forget how to rap. Like, that's so crazy. Like, how you oh my god, you supposed to get better at your craft because this has nothing to do with any physical. You know what I'm saying? Like why you, bro? You used to have one of the best pens in hip hop. Like, you was one of the best rappers in hip hop at one point. You used to be like top 5 in some people's discography. I mean, like artists. Like, god damn, nigga. Like,
B, he has a song called Free Dumb, and it's supposed to be like free dumb from using like your phone and AI and stuff like that. Like, why the phone's smarter than us? And it's like, this is very cringe right now. But there is this one song called, what's the song called? Act My Age. That Scarface feature, man. Whoo, I really enjoyed it. Scarface has a presence to him, and I'm like, that's how you age gracefully in hip hop right there. Because he came to show out on here. And, you know, he obviously gave his love and flowers to Cube, but God dang
of
it,
course.
Cube. And then there's a song before hip hop where it's like, before hip hop, Negroes got shot. I'm just like, all right. Like,
did you see him on a Sky stream?
Know.
He's on a Castanet stream.
I seen some of it, but you know, some of the kids there were very like unknowledgeable of like who Ice Cube really was. So it's like no one was really able to talk about like his cultural relevancy when it came to music, but more so his cultural relevancy when it really just came to movies. That's what they were talking about. Like, yeah, we know you're a rapper. Let's talk about Friday though. And I'm just like,
I kind of I like that I like he got Scarface on there because you know he had Killer Mike on his last project. Like, they all come from the Ice Cube tree. You know what I'm saying? Like the Ice Cube, Public Enemy, and all that type of tree. Like, that's what Killer Mike, Scarface come from. That reality raps, the Ice-T and all them. That's all that they come from that
the
same
hood
branch.
reporters, literally.
Yeah, they the reality raps, man. So now, man, I might
but
get to it.
Scarface
I
on
might
it
get
twice.
Okay,
you don't have to be. You don't have to.
Yeah,
but it's one song that was already on the last project though. You just re-put it on here with a different person on the remix.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, bad album though. If anyone was trying to ask. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the goddamn show. It's time to really talk about it today.
What's up?
20 years, B, of this classic. B, I remember because 3 to 4 years ago, I had no idea who Little Brother was. I've heard of them because of obviously the comeback season with Drake, but I never really into them. And so 3 to 4 years ago, I was doing some more research. I was listening to a lot of music, especially a lot of underground backpacker music. And I asked you, B, for a good amount of recommendations. And I always got to tell the story when I talk about this because, B, this is what happens when you put other people on. I always got to thank you for putting me on with these guys, B, because they top 5 groups to me in hip hop for me. Great discography, all that. B, I remember We was in Discord. I asked you for
Mhm.
some recommendations. You said, B, let me send you this. You sent me the cover, B. I saw the name. The Minstrel Show. I was like, B, what the F do you have me wanting to listen to? What the F is this? It's 3 black guys on the cover, cheesing hard, smiling, talking about the Minstrel Show. What are we doing right here, B? B, I was shocked. I was like, why would you do this to me, B? But B, when I tell you, when I played play on that album, my ears are blessed. Blessed to a way that I would have never thought they could have been blessed. B, literally, this is the perfect underground backpack rapper album for me. Because B, I remember I was live messaging you. I'm like, oh, B, this song's hard. Oh, B, this song is hard. I'm like, B, they still going. It's hard. And B, it just kept going. It just kept going. I was like, oh my gosh. B, we're here to talk about The Minstrel Show by Lil Brother. At the time, Ninth Wonder, Big Pooh, and Fonte. 3 iconic figures in goddamn hip hop. 3 figures who don't get the credit and merit that they deserve within this culture. B, let's go ahead and talk about this, man. B, what was your first experience with this album?
Man, my first experience with this album had to come 5 years later after the release. I think it had to be like 2009, 2010, when blogs is really huge. I know I'm all on these message boards around this time, and this was a highly recommended album for people that's into hip hop, or you're young and you're trying to figure out what's going on in the space and like the underground scene. And this album was introduced to me, and then I saw I like you, B, the Minstrel Show, LB Weekly. I'm like so confused. I'm looking at the album cover. It's like, this is so crazy. And I knew my history with minstrel shows, like knowing about it. And I'm like, what is this? So I listened to it and I'm like, okay, this is cool, but it wasn't something that clinged to me like that. But I went into the listening, and the listening was the album that I loved before this one. So me going back to this album, probably like after I, spent more time with Little Brother and getting more into the other stuff, like the Minstrel show became like really special. I just started listening to it and started understanding like the theme of the album. Like, bro, re-listen to this album today. I didn't really have to, but just re-listening to it, this is such a beautiful album. It shows everything why this group is special. Production, rapping, character. Like, it's just the world they did was just so well put together, especially like, Pooh has the underdog feeling, like the rapping how he feel. He's like, yo, I'm gonna show y'all I'm rapping on this project. Fonte, the multi-talented guy he is, singing, rapping, the skits, the comedic, and then the star out to everybody was Night Wonder with this production, the sampling, just how lush and just it just felt the beats was just perfect. Like it's like, okay, you can't be like, oh, I don't like this. Like it just felt good. It was a perfect, this trio is just a perfect marriage. Like the becoming, like the story of like, I love like a beautiful morning, like with Fonte hit his verse, he was like, hold on, let me redo it. And he go on the becoming beat and he just, you know what I'm saying? I was just, it's just like, oh my God, this is so perfect because everything just flows so well. And then get into like not enough and then cheating, like the skit, like just bro, cause you cheating. Like that's just classic.
Person Miracles, the GOAT.
Man, that's just classic and hiding. Like, bro, it's just hiding places. Slow it down. Oh man, I love that, bro. And then not enough. I'm bugging. Not enough is like when them talking about not getting love locally and all this type of stuff like that. It's like I'm doing whatever. Then when we blow up, then y'all say, oh man, we already liked you. It's just that story, and then like say it again with the skit. Was it the skit with Joe Scudder when he was in the backstage? And he was
No,
getting
that
nervous.
was a hiding place. That was at the end of hiding place.
That was in hiding places, and then it go into slow it down. Yeah, I'm bugging. And then I was just like, that's world building because you own this show, but you actually don't know till you actually listen to the album how it flows and like, yo, they talk. It's a show, you know what I'm saying? Like different characters and Joe Scudder on here, the Dario Black Man, Black Daddy is like one of my favorite skits on here when he goes like, can't stop, won't stop, bringing them else home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you loving it? You need to love it like you do that home. You need to love homework.
Yeah, then he had me die. He goes like, "Cause somebody answer the phone. I pay the bills." He's like, nobody can
I got
answer.
bills around here.
Right. And then that goes into just this song of like Pooh and Fonte talking about their relationships with their fathers, and Fonte talks about his relationship ending, and now his relationship with his kids, and like he looking at the rearview mirror and no longer see
Oh, I
his
love
son in the
that.
back. I was just like, oh my God, I'm driving like I'm married, B, you soon to be, you know what I mean? I'm a family man. It's just like it's just crazy. You think about the relationship with your dad and like, oh man, they just human, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't put all these expectations on him, like why you wouldn't be there, but there's so much that goes into it. Beautiful song. Watch Me, Sincerely Yours, Still like it's nothing on here I just dislike, bro. Like I just love this album. This album is like a perfect album. You know what I'm saying? And just the whole theme of it, man, it's just dope. I love the ending. You got Peter Rosenberg in here. You have Sean Dunn. I don't know. Sean Dunn always had this voice when he sound like this weird, like Jay-Z. I think he's from like Brooklyn as well. But like, they all went to like college together, I believe. It's just like, I don't know, man. And Joe Scudder, the white man, that kind of sound black. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. That one skit, the skit with the Jewish people, they was just like talking about, like Sincerely Yours. That's because they were talking about
Right before
Pooh.
the big Pooh solo song.
Yeah. And it was like, Pooh got dropped
Was
on
somebody in
SoundCloud.
word?
Yeah, what's somebody? You know what I'm saying? And it was like, all right, bro. Sorry, I missed your bar mitzvah. You know what I'm saying?
Bar mitzvah.
Like it's so funny, bro. Like, oh my God, these guys, man. This album is just so special, man. Shout out Big Pooh, Night Wonder, Little Brother, just overall Pooh. Like one day, this is one of my prayers. When they say they on their final tour, I just saw Fonte and Pooh. They was just saying, they were just talking about the journey of like, Mr. Show and stuff. I saw a clip this morning, and one of my things of hip hop, one of my prayers is we get one last album of Big Pooh, Night Wonder, and Fonte, bro. That's one thing I asked for in my hip hop. That's one of the things, and some more stuff, but this is one. Me listening to this beat, and I was just like, this is so good. This is amazing. B,
I do want to add context
what's
that
up? What?
for the people watching this at the time of this recording, that they have like broken up, like they're formally broken up, like with the
Yeah.
last 2-pack EP that Lil Brother put out as Fonte and Big Pooh. They said that that was the last. There is no final album. Just to give context to
Yeah, and then they on the final tour right now.
2 years later, they could probably come out with an album, and
I
they'll
know,
be
yeah.
watching the video like, what is he talking about? They came out with an
Right.
album. So
Yeah,
gotta
so I understand, B. And they're also on their final tour. I hate that they didn't come to Dallas. Like, B, I probably would have went. We probably had. I'm like, yo, B, we have to go to this. We have to go to this. We're like, man, man. I love this album, B. Re-listen to it now. Like, I listen to it like once a year, or maybe more than that, because the songs will play in my playlist. But it's like, this is just a great album, B. So, what's your thoughts, B? I know you love this album too, but like,
B,
what is your?
this is such a fantastic album. This is a 10 out of 10 album for me. This is an album that I could play at any time, and I'm gonna have a good time with this album, because to me this album shows everything there is to being human, almost dang near, to being a person. There's the part of this album where I'm rapping the rap and show you guys I'm better than y'all. There's the relatable moments. There's the very human, emotional moments, talking about, Big Pooh talking about his relationship with his dad, Fonte talking about his relationship being a dad itself. Slow it down. You got the ladies track, you got the love track, you got the song where I feel like I'm not getting enough love around here. People not showing me love, people overlooking us, people seeing what we doing. They like that one line that Fonte has where it's like, one day you a rap fan, but the next day you a rap critic, giving them criticism or whatever like that. Just going through this whole album right here. There's a comedy, there's a skits, there's even a parody song on here, parodying like 2000s early R&B with the Isley Brothers and R. Kelly and
Mr. Big and
R.
R. Kelly.
duo that they was having. Yeah, and so going over this album, I remember when I heard Cheating, because at the time when I was listening to this album, I'm thinking, okay, this album's titled The Minstrel Show. I'm thinking they were going to go for the easy alley-oop of like, let me talk about hip-hop right now and how it's just a big showing of who could be the biggest C word around these parts. You get what I'm saying? Put the raccoon noises right there, please. There could be, it's like a showing of that. But instead of them doing that, they go a whole different direction, especially when it comes to thematically, conceptually with this album right here. Especially with the whole world, like you said, the world building that they use with the UBN network, which is a tie-in and a parody of UPN network on not cable television, but regular television. Like if you didn't have cable, so a whole bunch of like black like sitcoms, like All in One, all the Parkers, all the type of shows that a lot of kids nowadays would never know of unless Netflix was like, putting these shows on itself. But going over this project right here, Fonte and Big Pooh, the lyricists of here, Ninth Wonder, making the canvas for the rap on B. The production on here. I know we talk a lot about Kanye with the soul sampling. We talk about Jay Dilla with the soul sampling, as we should. But I don't think we talk about Ninth enough.
No, Ninth is one of them, bro.
Yeah, Ninth after this whole little brother run, because I've heard of Ninth Wonder before, but I never knew he was part of the group Little Brother. Like I've heard his work with Big Crit, I've heard his work with other rappers themselves, obviously Jay-Z. But hearing it on here, I'm like, Ninth was one of them ones. I don't think he really gets talked about enough like he should in hip hop, because before Kanye, there was Ninth. Ninth was laying the smackdown on this production. There was not a single bad beat. Now, while Ninth didn't fully produce this, we also have production credits from Crisis. I believe we had some Justice League feature production as well. We also had Jazzy Jeff doing DJ scratches in the middle of some of this album right here as well, which was great, fantastic. This project right here, B. I agree with you. Big Pooh is having that underground rapping, like that underground rap where it's like, yo, like what do you say? Some Big Pooh is a big problem to answer. I forgot. Oh no, Big Pooh is a big problem, like spread it out body of cancer. I forgot what.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
The song with Hiding Place, it's his opening lines on Hiding Place. Elzai with his feature. Elzai features on here. Elzai, and then the fact of him and Fonte going back and forth with their verses, I'm like,
they killed that song.
This is like one of those. B. I hear this song, I'm like, this is like the perfect hip hop song right here. Pooh spread it out like a body of cancer. He said, my stanza going like this, yo. I'm like, oh, Big Pooh. He came to rap. I mean, they came to rap on every song. But one thing I really like about this album is that the rapping is at the forefront, but also the song making is at the forefront because they have great hooks on this album. Very, very good songs on this album. And that's the one thing that when it comes to backpack rap and sometimes underground rap, they can focus more on the lyricism, but then the actual song structuring lacks. When it comes to like the hooks and the verses, phenomenal on all parts for me. Some of my favorite songs, you got the songs like Loving It, Slow It Down, Hiding Place. I even love Cheating. It's hilarious, it's funny, but it captures the vibe of the actual like moment itself. It was trying to parody. Percy Miracles did his thing on there, B.
Yeah, bro. Hey, like it's so crazy because it's like that's be a song you'd be like, okay, you can just skip through here. But like if I play this album, I'm playing this album. Like the songs like from it have to just pop up on playlists, or just if I'm like just listening to a song and it goes into other music. I just can't play one song off this album. I'm playing the whole album. That's what type of that's that album. That's that what makes things like so important, and like the album that puts you on a journey. That's why this is a classic. It's a journey, V. It's dope, man. Hold up, I forgot to mention at the end when he was like, y'all what really know how I feel about this network? Yo, man, I hate y'all. I think everybody get it. Like, bro, that's like one of my favorite parts. Yeah. It's like one of my favorite parts in the album, bro. At the end, Fonte start going off.
Man, this album to me is just it's so perfect. Just the opening lines of The Becoming. Negroes telling me I shouldn't really rhyme to drop in the classic album Mother Effers couldn't find.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, B. And then him kind of telling the story of like them coming up, like and how they became Little Brother in that song right there. And going back to the listening, I can see why if some people had the listening over the Minstrel show. But to me, this felt like they were more honed in on their craft and skill because they were more experienced and seasoned at this point. Because we got to remember, after the listening, then we got the Chitlin Circuit 1.5, and then we got this. B, this feels like a perfect honing of the skill. Like it's like, oh, we know what we're doing now for sure. And then we're hearing that. But you guys are still sleeping on us.
Yeah, Fonte had foreign exchange and everything. And then, Ninth was already working with Hove by then. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his stuff. Because once the listening started getting like Questlove got that out there, bro, hey, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, man. Man, this is a legendary duo, legendary trio. My bad, I forget. Legendary trio, man. This album is just phenomenal. It's not much really we can say about this, man. It's just like if you love hip hop and you haven't heard Little Brother, man, you haven't heard the Minstrel Show, just do yourself a favor, man, and just listen to this album. It's like you know how you have those albums you like. I think I talk about this a lot, but it's like I wish I could hear this for the first time again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, dang. Because like I remember the first time I heard it, I was a little younger. I didn't appreciate it like that, and I just had to come around to it. But just like listen to this album, man. Just it's a wonderful, wonderful album, man. Classic.
Yeah, this is one of those albums that when you recommended it to me, consistent rotation. I was just spinning it back to back. I'm like, they really rapping on here, and there's some really good songs on this project as well. Overall, for me, this is one of my favorite projects of all time. One of my favorite groups of all time. Like I said, B, you put me onto these guys like what 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this project is phenomenal. This made me go through the whole discography, and I'm like, this discography, man. I'm here for it.
They don't be playing, bro. Especially on they studio releases. Like especially like you know the last album they dropped.
Made a Lord watch.
Man. Yeah, Made a Lord watch, bro. Just amazing. Shout out these guys, man. Great contributors to hip hop, to music in general. Ninth Wonder, Big Pooh, and
without them, we wouldn't have some of the people we got now.
Oh, facts. You know, you gotta have them, man. Fonte with his singing, rapping, doing his thing, bro. Like Fonte is just different. Fonte is different, bro. So underrated, man. So underrated. Oh my god. But ain't got nothing to say, B. It's just too good. It's too good.
We've already talked. We talked about this album. This is a glaze fest for this album.
Yeah,
we talked about Lord Watch as well. So make sure y'all check out that review because this is dang near a direct sequel to that album without Knight's production on there. But man, if y'all have not heard the Minstrel Show by Little Brother, make sure y'all go check it out. Let us know what y'all think about it down in the comment section down below. 20-year anniversary. Shout out to Little Brother. So sad. But
yeah, man.
I'm actually get some hip hop talks in. I had a quick hit that I saw on the timeline. We don't gotta spend too much time on this because we already know the answer. Someone put on the timeline, Earl Sweatshirt could rap better than J. Cole. I'm like, okay.
Like,
B, what are your thoughts on this? It's like, okay, B, hey, did you know that water is wet?
Yeah, but like I can say this. If people don't really understand, I think people get what I'm saying. I think J. Cole's a better rapper than Earl Sweatshirt. I think Earl is probably a better lyricist than him. But I think J. Cole voice, the way J. Cole flows, his songs, overall rapper package, I'm putting J. Cole over Earl when it comes to rapping. But when it comes to like what I prefer, I'm gonna listen to me some Earl Sweatshirt because that's the lane I'm in. That's like the stuff that I gravitate to a little more. But if I just go on the definition of like rapping and what a rapper, the full package, I say J. Cole, man. But nah, it's some quick. I know people just trying to stir up the pot on Twitter. You know what they do. Random niggas putting J. Cole against Earl Sweatshirt. That's crazy. That's like being like
same generation, but
Mac Miller's better than Cannabis. It's like one of those, like what? Nigga, like what? Who cares? Like it's like it's so random. Like
yeah, but I mean, I'm opposite of you. I'd rather listen to J. Cole music over Earl Sweatshirt. But obviously, J. Cole just does more for me than Earl Sweatshirt. But I think Earl is obviously a better lyricist than J. Cole. But J. Cole to me has the better songs, the better hooks. Yes, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's move on. B, can you give us your reaction of the Young Thug interview? Shout out to the boys at the lineup because I saw their podcast episode of that. Really good and really insightful. As someone who hasn't watched it themselves.
Yeah. Shout out the lineup, man. JTN, man, the little homies, bro. I rock with them. They talk about the music. You know what I'm saying? They talk about it. But B, when I listened to this, I watched this actually at work. It's a lot of things I found out, new information. You know what I'm saying? The key information I found out about Young Thug, I'm gonna let him say it for himself, B.
I don't got no problem with gay people. Gay people work for me right now. Yeah. I'm damn near around gay people every day because they work for me. I don't got no problem with them.
That was so hilarious, yo.
There's
Yo.
two things you can't change in my eyes. If you a rat and you gay.
You
And I ain't
gay.
got a problem with gay people. I work with gay people.
But nah, yo. Listening to this interview, you know, hearing it, watching it, I realized Young Thug is living off trauma. A lot of trauma he dealt with growing up, which a lot of us do, that we don't, you know, we don't fix. Or not even say fix. We don't even talk about it, or even have an encounter with a therapist or anybody about it. He was finding out that he was actually hurt while actually talking. And I want to send out an apology to Young Thug, because a few pods ago I just went off on him like, you ever listen to a Young Thug interview? Now I have to say, okay, finally you're talking. Because if we wasn't getting this type of Young Thug, he was not talking much. He wasn't saying anything. You didn't know who Jeffrey was. You know what I'm saying? But now you understand where he come from, you know, him being, you know, in the projects, holding his brother, his older brother while he died, him and his mom. It's just different things you get from him. But the other things I also realized that there's a lot of things that he haven't put attention to. Like that's why he put out the song I Miss My Dogs, because I don't know if you saw the clip. He was like, Big Bang did a wonderful job with this interview. And he was like, come on, Thug, you played me some stuff in the back that was dope. Why you not getting to the music? And Thug started actually choking up and was like, I ain't got my twins. I ain't got my friends. Like, I ain't lose them off no traumatic, they died or nothing. I lost them because of betrayal. And he was like crying, like, you know, he lost Gunn and he lost Duke and all these other guys that kind of like, you know, was doing the stitching and stuff. And it's just like he's not wrapped up in the music no more because he don't got these guys that was with him for 15 to 20 years. They not around him. And I was just like, dang, I was like, dang, I feel you, bro. But it's some stuff about Thug as a human. You know, you always look at things to your POV. There's some stuff that he has to hold himself accountable for. Cause in this light, you know, he's showing his perspective. So it don't show much of the things that he done wrong to people, or how they can feel about him, or if he did some a certain way. So you kind of just see his perspective. But I felt like I wish he gave him more of like, okay, I kind of did this wrong. He only done that like once when it came to him getting into the interrogation room, like, you know, when they was young, about the whole tour bus thing. But that's some street stuff. It was a lot of street stuff talking here, but I was kind of more keen into like, in a way, like the feelings and the hurt of a man and how a man feel, like the perspective they was going through with him at Big Bank was trying to get him to hold on to, like, bro, you're hurt. Just say it. You know what I'm saying? But I think it was a phenomenal interview. It's probably one of the best interviews I've seen in a while. Very entertaining, very insightful, seeing who Young Thug really is, because we never got this from him. So I'm gonna give up an applause for this man. Shout out to Young Thug, bro. B, I know you probably not. You can put it on 3 times, 5 times the speed if you want to check it out. But it was some information we never really get from Thug and his perspective on things. So I was like, dang, Thug, he's not as dumb as I thought he was. Like, I feel like he has like, we all have our own way of looking at things. And he tried to articulate it in a different way. Like he did articulate things wrong, like the clip I played in the beginning of this segment. But I understood what he was trying to say. He was just saying being deceitful and like, but he, you know, he used the wrong analogy. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, bro, that was just random. But he could have just said, yo, you lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you lie to me, I can't trust you no more. You know, that's all he could have said. But he said, like, you know, you a rat and then you gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, all right. But bro, but nah, man, what I want to say, man, shout out to Young Thug, man. You know, I'm gonna let you say this to yourself. I gotta
Chin up. Fuck that, nigga.
But shout out to man. I rock with the interview. B. Hey, I rock with the interview, B. I rock with it. But like I said, it's some stuff that you got to.
I was just gonna say the segue. Have you heard the song?
I heard the beginning of the song, which was, I was like, hold up, I'm rocking with this. I like the whole melodies he was getting into, but then he started to like get into rap, and I didn't really get all the way in there, but I was like, that beginning, I was like, hold up, bro. Thug kind of, this is what I like. I like that melodic Thug. I like this. So I'm gonna have to return. I know it's like a 6-7 minute song, so I'm gonna have to go back to it. But B, you listen to the song fully. I don't know how many times you have listened to it, but how do you feel about it?
I listened to it twice, and I thought that this was a good accountability song is the best way I can
Mhm.
say it, but it's not fully accountable because jail is still, I mean, Thug is still hinging on that thing of like, oh, I was in jail. Like, you know, I thought I was going to be locked up for life type stuff. But this
Mhm.
was a good song of him saying basically, I'm sorry. I know I said some crazy stuff. Let me
Yeah.
apologize. I've been trying to do things. Like I've been saying, B, he was supposed to be the Pimp C when he came out of jail. He's supposed to bring everybody back together. And he said that
Mhm.
he's been trying to do that on the scenes and he's put it out on the music like, yo, I'm trying to put Pluto and Drake back together so they can work out their differences so we can get back to making this great music together.
Yeah.
And I can't do nothing but respect it because he's being a man bee. He's owning up to it. He put it in the music of all things, which is why we're talking about this. And he said we had to say it because all them leaked jail phone calls that he had, it was getting crazy. Some people was doing AI fake ones. But him apologizing to Mariah the Scientist, him apologizing to 21, him apologizing to Lil Baby, apologizing to Drake, apologizing to Future, and lastly, he got to apologize to the Godfather, Big Goo
Mhm.
Wop, aka Gucci Man. He was giving a whole bunch of apologies out. And I'm not gonna lie, this was way better than that whole little diss song that he was trying to do. Yak a rat, gonna rat. Get that ish out of here.
Yeah. That was
This
bad.
song right here, and you can tell that this song was fresh because in the music video, you know, he's doing this the whole time, not saying no words because he don't know any of the words. It's too fresh for him. But and it's a 7-minute song, so I don't know if Doug could really remember all that. But besides that, I thought that was a really good song, and it was a song that Doug really needed to basically jumpstart, you know, people getting back into his good, like him being back into people's good graces. So this
Mhm.
is something that I really wanted to see Thug do. Like I said, I know Glorilla kind of responded to her the jail call about her, and
That
she
was
made a
funny though.
Looking A remix, and I'm like, I get it, but there's no originality to it. Like the
No.
roasts are good, but there's
See,
I just
my thing to that
go
be,
ahead.
I didn't take it seriously because I think it was just a fun thing. I don't think she has nothing against Young Thug. I think it was just some,
Mhm,
oh, I'm about to just rank on you, and I just thought it was hilarious. I wasn't
mhm.
even looking for originality. It was just, I don't know, just funny. That's how I look at it. It's not serious.
I wasn't looking for it to be an actual. I didn't think it was an actual like. I didn't think she was gonna diss him on music, which I do respect. You put it on the music. I was like, dang, but we've. I'm like, I've heard this before. Darn, this is like an angle I've kind of already heard, and a good amount of the jokes she said, I did see on
Mhm.
social media already previously. But some of the jokes and roast she made in there was good, and she roasted Mariah as well, a little to
Mhm.
a small. But
Yeah.
overall, I think on the road to Uwe Scuti, I'm just really not sure where Thug is going to go now. Like,
Mhm.
where is he going to end up now? Because are people hyped for Uwe Scuti? Is this going to be a song on Uwe Scuti? Because a lot of people saying that this song was supposed to be like, I mean, the cover for the song was supposed to be like the original cover for Uwe Scuti or whatever. But you know, he put it for this song. So
Yeah.
I'm just really trying to see like where this album is going to go, who all is going to be on the album, especially with all these fractured relationships. You know, people could easily pull verses because of some of the phone calls that he had on, you know, in jail. So I'm really wondering where this album is going to go. But I am going to
Right
be
on.
tuned in and listening.
Right on, right on. Shout out Thug, man. Okay, get into the music. Split out on the music, man. You are a street nigga, but you also a musician, bro. You also a hip hop guy.
Mhm,
You also could express yourself on in this art form. So do it, man. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Don't be all filled
B,
up
what's
with the
this next?
streets. What you say?
But B, what's this next? What's this next topic you got up right here? I've seen a little rumblings of this. Shout out to the
The
Diddy
re-
Show.
yeah, it's just a little something. I watched Rory and Mod Pod and they was talking about it. And it's just something a little small I want to say. I don't know. It's the payola. So it's like it's supposed to be this big RICO case coming out about, you know, uh Universal, iHeartRadio and all this type of stuff when it comes to these, you know, radios playing people music. You know what I'm saying? Radio is really important, and people thinking, why is it so important? Because of streaming is what most people use. You know what I'm saying? But radio affects most of the billboard, and you get most of the money on there. And I just thought it was very interesting that with the Drake lawsuit, now this Radio Rico lawsuit, is this, you know, Maul said this is the red button. Like, I'm finna tear it all down. So if you think about
Mhm,
if you think about like the circles around what's happening in Radio Rico about like the money being gave to these hosts and playing his music, and you think about what Drake is saying by the same time with the bots and all this type of stuff, it coincides. So like, is Drake red button like, I'm finna destroy the industry? You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, which Payola been a thing for years. They got around it
Mhm.
before, and they still doing it. After this RICO, they're gonna find another way to do this stuff. B. I'm
Mhm.
waiting on all of these to come out. I seen people thinking what's his name? Rory was talking about DJ what's his name? DJ Envy was being a really big
Mhm.
part of this. And they say his name's gonna come up. So I'm like, interesting. And I'm just thinking about all the other people that's out there. What is gonna happen? I just wanted to bring light on it, just say we talked about on the platform. I think it can get really interesting once everything comes out. But right now we don't have too much information because the paperwork and stuff not out. But Rory said he seen names. He was like, I ain't seen so many people legal. What did he say? I ain't seen so many people, what you call it? I can't think right now. Their real names. They
Subpoena?
legal names.
Oh,
They
government
legal
names?
names. Yeah, they government names. I don't know why I couldn't say it. He ain't see so many government people, government names in, in this minute of time. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be some people we know that's gonna be listed in there. So this is stuff that's been going on in the music industry for years, B. So
Mhm.
I'm not
So
surprised.
so that's why to me that this whole thing isn't new. It's just the fact of Drake kind of opening the floodgates with the whole bots talk, him talking about the red button on for all the dogs. Now that it's not helping you, you want to pull the rug out from everybody to show them what the illusion really is. Which I know a lot of people are like Drake is doing this for selfish gain. Duh, I'm human. If the game don't work for me no more, it's not gonna work for anybody. That's my mindset personally.
Yeah, and then
You're
we
not
ain't
about
even
to defame me like that, right? Right when I'm trying to get out of my contract, out of my deal. I just
right, and
came
then
up 4 M's.
facts, and we didn't even talk about Young Thug and what he supposedly paid 50,000 to get to make Gunna album #1 that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Over the
like,
weekend of all people.
yeah, so it's like it's so much going on, man. This music industry is flawed. So, but it's stuff that's been happening for years, man. So we're gonna wait till all the deeds come out, B. So I guess we get in the meat and potatoes of this stuff because I'm ready to see these names. I'm a little messy myself,
Man.
a little bit. Hey, B, this still got something to do with the music. This about the music right here.
Shout out to the Demi Show because she got a whole video
Oh, Demi?
going more in
Yeah.
depth about this.
Yo,
Yeah,
shout out Demi, bro.
I
She be
watched
doing
the whole show.
she little journalist, man. Shout out Demi, man. I might have to, we get some money, we throw Demi a bag to be like be all news. Like she talk about the news, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? But B, man. I know, man.
Come on, B. Give us your thoughts on this talk, B. Come on.
I'm
B.
sorry, man. I got all right, I've been seeing
Starbucks.
Clipse being the first rappers to perform at the Vatican. Vatican is like the Vatican is some Catholic like something in London, right? That's how I knew about it. Somewhere over there overseas. You know what I'm saying? But I just see that a lot of people just was like, oh my God, this is dope. And like, oh man, this is crazy. Like, do y'all see that so and so did this? You know, Kendrick got a Pulitzer. You got this and all that, and freaking Clipse is at the Vatican. This is amazing. You know what I was thinking, B?
Whoop de do.
Nigga, this is hip hop. Why we care want to be acceptable? Want to be accepted by the Vatican? Want to Pulitzer Prize? Like, my whole thing is like, why y'all niggas care so much? Like, yeah, shout out to the Clipse. I love them. One of my favorite duos. One of the best albums came out this year. But we don't care about this. We trying to be accepted by the people. We are hip hop, bro. We rebellion. We counterculture. Why we trying to be a part of their culture? We anti that. We don't wear. Come on, man. We ain't trying to be accepted. And I don't know. I just find it weird when we accept things when we like someone. But now I'm gonna keep it how I am. I don't care if Kendrick's there, Clipse there, and I love all these guys, bro.
But B, what if Drake was there?
B, I don't even want to bring up the story, the Stan Wars. But look, B, picture if Drake was the first artist to do it. Oh, look, he's over there. He's with his people. He's over there. He's overseas with his people. Like, the whole thing would switch. The whole storyline would switch, bro. And I'm like, I don't like that, bro. Let's just keep it hip hop. I think it's whack. I don't like it. I don't care. Why we over there? I love the song. Prayers up to y'all families. Man, F the Vatican. Yeah, I said it. I don't care. Why we over there doing this, man? Why we giving them our good gracious? Why we over there? Man, come on, man. They don't accept us, bro. We got to go over there. Bro, you should have went on there. Keys open doors. Keys up the doors. You had to, man,
Grind.
come on, bro. Grind. Bro, you should have went on there. You should have had Stove God out there. If you want to keep it hip hop, had Stove God out there doing RICO.
Mhm.
I had to wear it with my eyes closed. Like, go over there talking about coke. You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop. You go over there and give them a total opposite. You flip it around. And that's my thoughts. When I saw this, I was like, shout out to the Clipse. And I'm like, bro, they perform. They should have performed. Not the Birds Don't Sing. Don't bring out John Legend. Nah, we need to keep it hip hop. You should have been. She want Mike Tyson blow to the face.
Blow to
You know
the
what I'm saying?
face.
You know what I mean? You supposed to get in there, flip some, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, come on, let's keep it hip hop, bro. Let's bring them to our world. But that was my thoughts, bro. But like, man, F the Vatican. You know what I mean? Don't come at me, people. I'm just saying. But
He's
that
talking
was
about
my
hip hop
thoughts.
being there.
B, you know, did you feel that way? I don't know. That's just how I felt. I don't know if you even have feelings for it, but that's just how I felt about it.
I didn't
I'm
know
like,
what the Vatican was, but having more context for it, why? My thing is why? And why do people like I've seen people praising Clipse for this? I'm like, they was talking about the Vatican like they performing at the Madison Square Garden. It's completely sold out. Like they didn't slash ticket prices or anything. Okay, people that go to church got to see Clipse.
yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying?
Whoop-de-doo.
Like, who cares, bro? Like, man, get this out of here, bro. But nah,
Yeah,
I
don't care
didn't
about
really.
this award. I don't care about this acceptance. As long do I like it? God dang it!
Yeah.
What happened to being
man.
for the culture? B. As long as you can spread out for the culture, it's a good thing. If you like them, that's
Yeah,
what you can
it's
spread out. For
it's one thing about with hip hop where I dislike it, and I'm just seeing like hip hop, bro. Y'all gotta be honest. Hip hop is misogynist, which is bad. Hip hop has painted bad light in some of the culture. Like hip hop is not all positive, but what hip hop is rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to go over there and you got to rebel. Dope would have been if they would have came out there, Mike Tyson blow to the face.
Tyson blow to the face. Oh, I would have been jamming.
I'll be like, oh, now this is a dope performance at the Vatican. This is dope. This is dope right here. But Birds Don't Sing. Even though I love the song, but come on, man. Nah, let's keep it hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what the old heads would have said.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
oh,
those are my thoughts, B. But nah, I know you got thoughts.
Speaking of religion, oh no, I have no thoughts on this because I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
I saw people glazing this all on the timeline. I'm like, I don't see what the whole big congratulatory thing is. Like, what's so great about a hip hop duo performing at the Vatican? Like, I don't think I've heard of anyone else performing at the Vatican and people were making a big fuss about. Not a fuss, but oh yeah, this is number one. Yeah, like
I'm gonna tell you, let me say one thing. When we the first to do stuff, that's when I say you don't care about us. When we the first rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize, that don't mean nothing to me. That mean you never accepted me. You didn't care about hip hop been around for years. Oh, and I'm the first? Man, get this out of here. That's a backhanded comment it's backhand to the face, bro. They don't care about you when you the first. I'm saying if you was the first in the 80s. What?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at this list right now. Did anyone give any big congratulations to Teddy Swims when he performed at the Vatican?
Nah. Nobody cared. And he was a new artist. I don't think so. No, but B, you know it's hip hop. So it's hip hop. So they're gonna talk about hip hop. Nobody care about that. But I'm just saying, they don't care about us, bro. Why we bringing light to this? F the Vatican, man. I'm not religious. I live life to be a good person, to be a good man. And I don't need a religion for that. That's just how I live. And I don't diss no religions. But it's just how I am, B. I'm sorry. Some people say I'm going to hell.
That ain't my religion.
I know. I'm saying some people say I go to hell, but I'm like, who is you to tell me, right? Only God can judge me, right? All you niggas is hypocrites. All you niggas is hypocrites, bro. When I'm the first in 2025 to do something, it's just nasty to me.
Well, B, you shouldn't be spouting out these bad ideas because you could end up like the next topic, B. You can't be spitting out these bad ideas.
Why, B?
B, is that a segue? Is that a segue?
Is that the
B?
segue?
Let's go ahead. Talk
Hey,
about it.
I was gonna let you have the floor because you want to do that afterwards.
What?
I was gonna let you talk about your boy, boy
Man,
Drake.
let's go ahead. I forgot that was on the docket today. So look, Drake is my guy. One of my favorite rappers of all time. Drake Glazer? Maybe. Don't care. I got a lot of his albums on CDs. I got all of his albums on vinyl that are readily available. I love Drake. I feel like he's fallen off since Scorpion. But that's all right, though. Falling off quality-wise, not numbers-wise, because he's a numbers guy. I got to be real. Iceman is one of the most anticipated albums from Drake, especially after post-Scorpion. But I got to say it, B. I'm disappointed. Now, the rollout, the live streaming, debuting the music there, the actual process of the rollout himself, him going to get a CDL to ride around Toronto, him creating this scene, the cinematography, B. I love it all. But B, the one part that's lacking has to be the music. What did I miss was a cool comeback song. All right, Drake is gearing up. But then we get, which one? I'm like, okay, like this doesn't feel Iceman like. Then we get the song that he previewed at the beginning of episode 3, or the first song of episode 3. We get that beat, and I'm like, oh, okay, Drake is going over something like this. Oh, this is that one. This is gonna be one of the ones on Iceman. But then he switches the beat up. I'm like, Drake, what the F? And then the worst part is he said it before, B. I can give you 10 of these, and this would be a classic album. He knows what to do. Why are you doing the bait and switch, Drake? You already got us all tuned in. I didn't tune in for episode 2 or 3, but you got us all tuned in. You got this little Pinocchio character roaming around. Probably supposed to be UMG. I don't know, allegedly. Don't sue me. But B, I hear the song with Yeet. And honestly, this sounds like a Yeet song featuring Drake. Yeet, it sounds like a Yeet song. It sounds like Yeet's production. It literally, Yeet steals the show on the song itself. Drake ain't really doing much on the song. Can Drake be on the song as a feature? Yes. This sounds like a current day Yeet song just with a Drake feature on it. And I know Yeet and Drake had this brothership happening. Yeet recently covered Feel No Ways, put it on DSPs. They've been doing some collabs here and there on their last few albums. B, I gotta be real with you. I heard the song for the first time, when it released on DSPs fully. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. But Drake, you was outshined by Yeet. You're in Yeet's territory. And you got outshined. Brother, calm down. Put the hat down. Stop trying to be a young man. Sometimes just... And B, I've been listening to Comeback Season again. Where's that hunger from Drake? B, I thought he was going to be hungry after the summer. He said he effed it up last summer. He ain't going to do it again this one. You were dropping the ball. Just straight fumbling. B, it just saddens me to see one of my GOATs doing this. He's now looking like the how do you do, fellow kids? And I don't want Drake to be that.
This is what he do, B.
I know. But B, I think he's actually aging now. That's the problem. His Shang Tsungisms, he's aging now. No.
Hey, I have a theory on these songs that he's dropping on the Iceman Rollout. I believe that these are filler of like he's trying to fill out the room. He's testing these songs. I guess it's like a thing where it's like, I don't know if he want the fans to like, okay, the fans like this right here. I'm throwing this out here. Okay, I got the song with Yeet. I'm gonna put this out here. I'm gonna put it on DSP, see how it work. But I actually don't think most of the stuff he's playing are gonna be on the album. I could be wrong. The stuff he probably put on DSPs is most likely will be on the album because you're getting the numbers, the Billboard, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like he's throwing things out there. I think the album is further out than we know. Like, we might not get this album to December or January, maybe. I think this album might get pushed out because I feel like when it comes to the rollout, the live streams, where like he's being too heady, like we don't actually know what's going on. He's being too mysterious. And like I know it's all happening live, so he has so much filler. Just sometimes it's just a single shot, and then you go here and you go there, and it's like nothing. There's a lot of emptiness. So I think that this album might get pushed back because I don't think it's fully thought out. I feel like yes, Drake been talking about the Iceman or whatever for like a few years now, but I don't think it's a fully fleshed out idea yet. Because I feel like the beef kind of clouded, and now he had to intertwine the feelings from the beef and what he want to do now, and with the red button and switching all this stuff up. So yeah, I think he's just going through I think he's going through some type of it's a identity crisis right now or something, like, you know what I mean?
I was about to say that.
Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna get this. I could be wrong, but I don't think we're getting this album this year.
I honestly think that he has to release this album after the whole UMG scandal.
You see
But I
the
also
leaks?
think
You see that these
I've heard
boys
some
on
of it.
streams, the streams are leaking his music. They leaking the
Mhm.
Iceman album. They say they're gonna do the full album soon. I don't think this album's coming out this year.
And my thing is, I do agree with that as well. Even though that kind of happened when Nothing Was the Same, I believe that leaked like a week or two before it came out. But that's a different story.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this album isn't fully conceptualized, and I kind of feel like either the Iceman thing, or at least these songs are, because I'm like, none of these songs sound sonically the same.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming that he's going to make a separate Iceman album, and this is going to be, and these songs are like the Iceman soundtrack. Just
Mhm.
songs to go with the vibes of each episode itself, because none of these songs I feel can be connected to one another just based off of listening to them. There's like 4 different sounding songs happening on here, and I'm like, none of this is cohesive. I can't tie this to this, and it seems like it's only going in with the story of the actual live streams itself. So it seems like it can only be a soundtrack to the. It seems like it's supposed to be songs made for the rollout instead of the rollout being made for the songs itself. And I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like, this isn't rolling out the album. To me, this feels like you're just rolling out a new way to premiere songs, a different way to premiere songs. It doesn't feel like you're fully in with this whole album. That's how I
Yeah.
feel, though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, we both like, we like Drake. So I want this album to be good. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody wants this to be good because it'd be good for hip hop. We need good music out here, and also, Drake ain't been gone. It's not like he disappeared. He put out an album this year. Like he's still here. So we just highly anticipated for this album because of like this is his hip hop album. This is his solo album after the beef. So yeah, all eyes is on Drake right now, bro.
Yeah.
so,
Drake,
so
stop fumbling.
he probably got some pressure. But
Pressure. This is probably one of the biggest projects of his career in terms of like where expectations are lying on.
Yep. But yeah, B, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. B probably don't have nothing to say, but I have something to say. We're done with the hip hop. We're going into this is a American, problem, issue, or what happened. Y'all don't know, been living under a rock. B, Charlie Kirk has been assassinated. What, September 10th, day before September 11th, and it caused an uproar everywhere. People all over the internets has been having their opinions on Charlie Kirk. Me, I'm not the one to celebrate, deaths or assassinations or murder, but I'm also not the one to tell people how to, feel about anyone, especially a public figure, because for one, I believe if somebody publicly had something to say and was in the public eye, which everybody we all know, and we all gonna have our different opinions on them. Sometimes, bro, you're just not gonna like what people are gonna say about you. Same way they ain't like the type of things you were saying. So I don't know why people are trying to condemn people for celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. That's what I want. That's my thoughts, B. My thoughts is if I'm a public guy, some people gonna hate me, some people gonna like me, some people gonna love me. So sometimes you're gonna get the same energy you put out. So people that didn't like you, they're gonna let you know. I just don't like when people do this, because look, I'm not trying to compare Charlie Kirk to George Floyd. But B, they had George Floyd challenges. They have George Floyd, all type of jokes. I saw a clip, not a clip, I saw a photo of George Floyd kneeing with a fentanyl pill on top of him. Like fentanyl killed him.
That's not funny, but
And I
the
know,
way you describing it.
but that's what they did. But not Derek Chauvin, whatever his name is. So I'm just like, bro, if you gotta understand the energy you put out there is gonna get put back to you, bro. That's just how the world works. And I'm like, yeah, nobody want to see a man just get shot like that, man. It is what it is. But this man also incited not like a lot of hateful speech out there, B. And I've been knowing who Charlie Kirk was for the last, I don't know, a little over 9 years or so. Like I understand
Jesus.
his talk. I understand his talking points. I understand that. Like you have to study these people to understand the same things that to also understand why you want to attack their argument or understand their argument and understand the other side. Like this, how I am. I look at Republican right wing stuff, left stream, and like all left wing, all this stuff is like extremes. People get too extreme. You know what I'm saying? Some people out here like nobody's safe. I'm like, bro, nobody never been safe, bro. Violence is not the answer. Nigga, we in America, bro. Violence always been the answer, B. This not new political
War.
violence. Why been going on forever, man? I don't know. I just was getting really frustrated on people being like, how could you? This man was a father. This man, he loved Jesus. Like, all right, man, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta understand why people are saying this. Like, y'all can't just say this dude didn't say things to people that make them say that they don't care that he's dead. And I know, B, this is not a political pod, but I just had to say it. This the only platform I have to just say my thoughts. I know you say you don't know what's going on. You don't really know him besides the Jubilee video.
Yeah, the only thing I know is the Jubilee video. And people putting up his clips out of context. I've seen some of them, and I'm just like, I be needing the full context because after the whole red pill Kevin Samuels thing,
Yeah.
I'm like, I need context because a lot of you guys will take stuff out of context to make it seem like it's things that. And I'm not saying what he said was right or wrong because I don't know what all he said. I've only seen clips of the Jubilee stuff and him arguing with the black girl, the one with all the piercings in her face. But yeah, do I believe that he deserved to die for his? I don't know. There's that flip of the coin of like, no one deserves to die for their ideas, but also it does take for someone to have the idea, for the idea to become an action, and for that action to actually be enforced. So it's that weird duality of like, there's two sides to everything. Do I believe death is the answer? No, but I can't be mad at how other people feel because then someone can be mad at how I feel about that, and I'm not here to police anybody's feelings.
Facts. It's so crazy how like they try to say, man, the left is so soft. They're so soft, but it's like, no, come on, bro. Like y'all do the same thing on the other hand. If you only sad when it's somebody you like, and that's just how it is. I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like that stuff, man. That's all I had to say. I can go down a deeper hole, B, but I ain't gonna do that here. I'm not gonna do that. I have way more thoughts, but we might have to do a Patreon for that type of content. Because we can't be on the YouTube streets saying some of my real thoughts. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to know what I really think, y'all want to know what I really think. But now, be to give you some type of context to some of those clips, B, I'm gonna say this: some of them don't need much content at all, B. No context at all, because he spills the same. It's some stuff you like. Okay, how could context change this thought? I'm like with Kevin Samuels and stuff like that. Sometimes you'll need a little context what he said about a woman or like what a woman said to have him have that thought, that talking point. But like in some of Charlie Kirk, most of Charlie Kirk stuff is like, okay, like what? You said because you see a black man being a pilot in affirmative action, he just got in there just because he was black. You don't know if he's certified? I'm like, my nigga, you see a black pilot, you got to know that man is extra certified. We don't even do that. We barely fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even like to swim. Nigga, if I see a black bodyguard, not a bodyguard, a black what you call him? A
Lifeguard.
swimming guard, a lifeguard. I'm gonna be like,
Lifeguard.
oh crap! I'll never see black lifeguards. This nigga know how to swim. We don't do that. We don't really get in water like that. So I'm like, bro, come on, Charlie. Then he spits all type of crazy rhetoric, saying like how we'll be better in Jim Crow. It's just, oh my god, it's so out of like his talking points are out of context. Like some of the stuff he says. He said that he said black people like we accept fatherless homes. Like it's acceptable in our community. I'm like, bro, what? Now, B, some of this stuff don't need no context, B. And I've done a lot of the research from years. I've watched full videos from this man. I've seen it for years. It's not much context needed. I'm telling you, B, it's not much context needed. But he was friends with Candace Owens. Okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. Hey, B. What?
Whoop-de-doo.
Candace Owens. And like, I agree with some stuff Candace Owens says, but that's more about like cleaning up the black community in some aspects. But like, nah. But no, that's all I got. You can take this out the pot if you want. I don't care. I just had to say it.
Nah. We real and authentic around here. If y'all like that, make sure y'all hit the subscribe and like button because this is the end of the show. We are ending the show off. B, you got any closing statements before we go?
I got one closing statement, man. I watched the fight last night, and Max Kellerman, he's back in the box and he's doing an announcement, but he said one of the wildest things last night, B. And I want you to hear this real quick before I go on.
As the great James Toney used to say, you need to bring ass to get ass. and Terrence Crawford is bringing ass tonight.
Whoa there, brother. Whoa there, brother.
Yo! Hey, yo! Bro,
my god. What?
B, he bringing ass tonight. I think I'm gonna start using that for music, bro. Like anybody bring up bad album, bringing some ass tonight.
Oh my god.
But nah, man, that was hilarious. But keep music creative, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge, not even judge. Don't try to condemn people on like, how they feel. Like you said, it's just your thoughts. So why, But other than that, man, it's been a good pod. I feel like we was on here spitting, B. We had some good conversations. You know what I'm saying? I didn't talk about much music this week because I didn't listen too much, man. But next week I will be back with some thoughts on some of the music, man. So nah, man. Thanks for watching, you guys. But B, what's your closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Ice Cube. You had War of the Worlds this year, and you had Man Up. Whatever mic they hand you, whatever mic you have access to, don't take it. Throw it in the garbage. Whether it be the lapel mic, the studio mic, the streaming mic, don't get near it. We don't need that anymore, Ice Cube. I'm sorry, you were a legend in the game, but you gotta stop. And that's been my closing statements.
Hey, B, you told that man to put the script down.
He might have to be. If his writing is anything like in the music, I don't need him touching any more scripts either. I don't.
Bro said you had World of Wars that came out, man. Hey, yo, don't pick it up, Cube. Put it down, O'Shea. Don't touch that mic.
And that has been my closing statement for Beyond Beats and Culture. My name is Chase the Dark Sage.
My name T.
Peace.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture.